Another Arctic blast is sweeping into the northeast as remnants of the polar vortex drag frigid air from Canada. Following that strong stratospheric warming in mid-March, the polar vortex has collapsed, and now its icy tendrils are reaching across the eastern United States. Expect significant cold to grip the Great Lakes and Northeast early this week. While the southern states are grappling with severe weather and an active tornado season, the north is about to experience a dramatic shift. Heavy rain has already caused flooding in the mid-Mississippi and Tennessee Valley, but as we move into Monday, a much colder air mass will settle in. Prepare for a stark contrast as winter makes a comeback, bringing with it the chill of the Arctic. Stay warm and be ready for the weather roller coaster ahead. A much colder air mass is sweeping across the upper Midwest, Great Lakes, and Northeast United States, bringing a significant chill. By midday Monday, the upper Midwest and Western Great Lakes will feel the drop, with temperatures plunging into the mid-20s by Tuesday morning. Cities like Washington, D.C., New York, and Boston will also see below freezing temperatures. This Arctic cold blast is no joke. It will expand to cover much of the eastern United States, with its core centered over the Ohio Valley and Great Lakes. Expect a mid-level air mass that's 12 to 16 degrees Celsius colder than usual for early April. Tuesday will be particularly frigid, with near-surface temperatures 15 to 25 degrees Fahrenheit below normal across Tennessee, the Ohio Valley, and the Northeast. Even the East Coast and Southeast, including Florida, will feel the chill, with temperatures 10 to 15 degrees below average. As the upper wave moves off the coast into the Northwest Atlantic on Wednesday, we can finally look forward to some relief, but brace yourself for a cold start to the week. The highest amounts of snow are on the way, especially across the northern tier of the Great Lakes, with southern Ontario bracing for a significant snowfall. Ottawa and Montreal are in for a treat, as they could see some impressive totals. While strong winds will whip up snowdrifts, the overall snowfall amounts aren't expected to be extreme, though we could see up to a foot in some localized areas. Lake effect snow is also in the forecast, thanks to those persistent cold winds sweeping across Lake Erie and Lake Ontario. As this cold low moves in, a much colder air mass will settle over the upper Midwest and Great Lakes by midday Monday, gradually pushing east-southeast into the northeast by Tuesday. So bundle up and prepare for a wintry mix. The weather is taking a dramatic turn as a surface low develops over the northeast and Nova Scotia. This is causing the polar jet stream to shift into a north-northwesterly direction, effectively funneling a cold air mass into the region. As the pressure and temperature gradient tightens between these large-scale systems, we can expect increased northerly winds. This relatively small but intense low will track across southern Ontario and the northern Great Lakes, moving toward the northeast United States by Monday night into early Tuesday. Heavy snowfall is anticipated on the northern flank of the low, with near-blizzard conditions likely as strong winds whip up the snow. Visibility will plummet, leading to potential whiteout conditions and disrupted travel. It's a stark reminder of winter's power, so stay safe and be prepared for the challenges ahead. The polar vortex is a fascinating phenomenon that plays a crucial role in our winter weather. Picture an enormous ring of powerful winds swirling around the North Pole, about 20 to 50 kilometers up in the atmosphere. This tri-dimensional vortex influences temperatures and weather patterns across high and mid-latitudes, affecting regions like Asia, Canada, the United States, and even Europe. When the vortex is disrupted, its lobes can shift, unleashing extreme cold on the North American continent. And as winter draws to a close, sudden stratospheric warming can occur, causing the polar vortex to shift further south. This can lead to unexpected cold snaps and frosts that threaten blossoming trees and crops. Understanding the polar vortex helps us grasp the complexity of our climate and the variability of winter weather. The polar vortex is a fascinating phenomenon that plays a crucial role in our winter weather. Picture this. High above us in the stratosphere lies a massive ring of powerful winds spinning around the North Pole at altitudes of 20 to 50 kilometers. This tridimensional whirlwind can unleash frigid air, sending temperatures plummeting across vast regions. The troposphere, the layer closest to the Earth, is where most of our daily weather occurs, but it's the polar vortex that can trigger those extreme winter events. When this vortex weakens or shifts, it can push cold Arctic air southward, leading to bone-chilling temperatures and heavy snowfall in places that usually enjoy milder winters. Understanding the polar vortex not only explains those unexpected cold snaps, but also highlights the intricate dance of our planet's atmospheric layers. It's a reminder of how interconnected our weather systems truly are. This weekend into early next week, we're seeing a fascinating weather pattern unfold. While the western United States basks under a strong blocking high and warmer temperatures, the Northeast is bracing for a significant Arctic cold blast. This shift follows a major disruption of the polar vortex, sending one of its cold pools across central Canada and into the United States. The jet stream is dipping down, which means much colder than average temperatures are on the way for the Northeast. As remnants of the collapsed polar vortex sweep into the Great Lakes and the Northeast, we can expect a notable cold outbreak early this week. These intense Arctic blasts often follow a disruption of the polar vortex, which can be temporary or lead to more prolonged cold spells as we move towards spring. Stay warm and keep an eye on the forecast. Another Arctic blast is sweeping into the Northeast as remnants of the polar vortex drag frigid air from Canada. Following that strong stratospheric warming in mid-March, the polar vortex has collapsed, and now its icy tendrils are reaching across the eastern United States. Expect significant cold to grip the Great Lakes and Northeast early this week. While the southern states are grappling with severe weather and an active tornado season, the North is about to experience a dramatic shift. Heavy rain has already caused flooding in the mid-Mississippi and Tennessee Valley, but as we move into Monday, a much colder air mass will settle in. Prepare for a stark contrast as winter makes a comeback, bringing with it the chill of the Arctic. Stay warm and be ready for the weather roller coaster ahead.